Have you ever wondered why it's so hard to hold on to joy or good things? Good things are just so, it just seems so easy to acknowledge them maybe in the moment, but then they don't stay there. Well, that's because we haven't exercised our upper limit. We're really good at exercising the lower limits, probably because of human nature. Hi, I'm Sandy. I've definitely lived as a witness to other people being depressed, and I've also had postpartum depression myself. So I'm intimately familiar with the lower limit. I was watching this YouTube video the other day, and they were talking about your upper and your lower limit. Today I wanted to talk about a way to rewire your nervous system. Now what I mean by that is for joy, holding joy, or depression. Those are upper and lower limits. So one of the things that she recommended was this meditation of trying to stretch. Basically, you're intentionally holding that feeling of joy. She might have used something else. I don't know if I just picked joy because that was the one I want to focus most on. But if you can think of a moment that just brought you such joy or happiness or something like that, you have that feeling, I'm going to take you through a quick, my version of what she explained. Because I've been struggling with meditation. I have autism and ADHD, and today is not a great day for me, actually. My brain just seems so scattered, but I did this because this is not a paid advertisement for Insight Timer, but I do appreciate Insight Timer. I never understood it really. I didn't know why they named it that. I still don't necessarily know why they named it that, except for the fact that they do have a timer. And I've been on that thing forever, and I must have pushed enough buttons. I'm not going to read the directions. I pushed enough buttons and I actually set it up so it reminds me. Most of the time I ignore all the things that it comes on with. But for some reason, when I watched that video on trying to increase my upper limit, I must have set it up so that it would remind me to take a 1 minute break. It said that on the reminder today. So I don't know if it always, because the Insight Timer reminders always look different. So I'm really good at just swiping them on my phone. But today it said to take a 1 minute break. And the first time I tried it, I did it for 2 minutes. I'm like, well, I can sit here and I can hold on to this feeling of joy. Because I think that was the problem with me and meditating. It was the fact that I'm just supposed to sit here, thinking about nothing for an undetermined amount of time. That made my brain crazy. I'm just like, this is not going to work for me. So the fact that she gave me something to hold on to, which answers my question, and how do you hold on to good things? Well, it makes sense, just like stretching a muscle or exercising a muscle. You can't just, I've done that too, I don't recommend it, but you can't just run a 5K and not be sore or do well on the 5K if you don't practice, if you don't stretch those muscles, you're not going to do as well as you could, or it's not going to be as easy, or there's going to be harder, there's going to be more resistance. I think resistance is my keyword of the day, actually. Had a lot of resistance today. So I'm going to do this with you. So I tried it for 2 minutes. So we're going to do this together. So think of something that just brings you great feelings of joy or happiness or whatever that looks like. My example is my kids, my older kids. My son's 20 and my daughter's 15. Last Friday, they were both in my room. My son's friends had just left, and my daughter and I had been in my room for a little bit doing, I don't know, she was probably talking to me or whatever. She probably wanted me to rub her leg or something. She's always wanted me to rub her leg. I don't know. Anywho, so my son comes in after his friends leave, and both of my kids are right before me, and we're having this great conversation. I was so tired, but it was just such a great feeling. So that's what I'm going to think about. So just feel that feeling, hold that feeling. So we're going to do this for 2 minutes. Ready? Here we go. Even if your mind wanders, if you catch it, bring it back to that feeling of joy. This is how we're stretching that muscle. Well, how'd you do? Comment below with how you did. So what I did, and I found this fascinating because Insight Timer, again, does have, have a timer on there. It was great because I could push the button again and it would redo it again. I have all the sounds and the bells or whatever on there set up. So then I can just push it again. So I did that 3 times. I got 6 minutes. So then today, when I was just beside myself, I don't know if you ever had one of those days where maybe most of you plan your days. I don't know. With ADHD, I can plan blocks of time and I'm good with making appointments. I don't really have a problem with appointments necessarily, but I like to have days where I don't have a set schedule. But I'm starting to learn that I'm going to have to stretch and exercise that too because it's not working. Days like this, I work at a hardware store right now. So it's helpful that I can go in there and I have one basically single focus task. On those days, it's great. On days like this, I can be more scattered. I'm opening boxes and putting stuff on shelves or I'm mixing paint. It's really not that complicated. So it's so much easier to have a direct focus. But I had so many things I could do today and things I needed to do, things I didn't necessarily need to do. My poor ADHD brain or whatever, I don't know. Then it just gets bad. I don't know. Anywho, but my whole point is that I sat down because in the middle of this, we're going to call it ADHD storm of unfocusedness. I'm like, okay, and the thing came up, the Insight Timer reminder came up on my phone. I'm like, okay, I have a minute. I can do this. But I set it for 6 minutes this time because I knew I could do 6 minutes. So I wanted to stretch that a little bit longer. So I did it for 12 minutes today. I doubled it. So let me know in the comments below if you've tried this or if you have a higher upper limit, if you just naturally did or you're farther along and you've done that before. Post it in the comments below how you did that or how you stretch to have a higher upper limit to be able to hold beautiful and happy and joyous things. I almost forgot to mention, if you get stuck in the lower limit and can't find your way out, book a free discoveries call with me. The link's below. See if it's a good fit. Click the discovery link below and let's chat. If you want to watch more of my videos, click here.